Hello, everyone. We're going to do a quick little bonus feature here and check in on Nobu. Nobu, what day is it of your juice fast?
Day 12.
How are you feeling?
My left shoulder that has, historically speaking, since I was 16, I tore my rotator cuff, giving me issues on alternate years. My shoulder doesn't hurt when I sleep anymore. It used to, and I sleep on the floor, and my shoulders don't hurt anymore. I feel a lot more increased blood flow, less brain fog. I'm currently
Mm,
dealing with parasites still. Not going to go into the details of that, but that's something I
yeah.
know how to eradicate. But overall increased strength, vascularity. I've lost 10 pounds so far. I started off at 205 and now I'm 195. And I don't feel weaker. I know a lot of people have this. Again, you can, until I start looking like I'm withering away, don't be worried. But,
Yeah.
which is not going to happen. But, you know, as long as we're getting appropriate amounts of juice, we're good. Although I did make some tweaks since last time. I'm now
Okay. Well, tell
adding
us.
several powders. I'm modifying John Rose's stuff because I have some new ideas. I'm adding Irish sea moss, shilajit, pine pollen, and then cayenne pepper, ginger, and garlic. And what they're doing is between the shilajit and the Irish sea
What's
moss,
that word?
shilajit or shilajit,
Never heard that before.
Shilajit, known as the destroyer of weakness and remover of obstacles. It's found in the Himalayas. It like oozes. It's this resin that oozes out of rocks, and it's really
Mm,
high in
whoa.
fulvic. It's really high in fulvic acid, which helps your body actually integrate and process minerals. And a lot of us don't have high fulvic acid because the soils have been depleted, or minerals in
Mm,
general. But anyways, shilajit and and Irish sea moss. Irish sea moss has 92 out of the 102 minerals that we have in our body.
mm.
So they're both adding those into my juices now are like an insurance policy of like, okay, even if I, do this ad infinitum, I know I'm still getting to some degree every single mineral in my body. Because I know that watermelon doesn't have everything, right?
Right.
But yeah.
Very cool.
John Rose has stated that we suffer mostly from toxicity, not from deficiency. And I would agree with that.
Right.
Like most people are backed up and lymphatically, digestively, etc. But to me, I'm thinking to myself now, like, well, let's just work from both angles. Let's remove toxicity as effectively as possible with the glutathione and the watermelon, and then simultaneously inject higher levels of quality nutrition as well.
Yeah. That makes sense. Can you talk about, because I know when folks talk about fasting and then like breaking the fast, if you have sugars, like then that kind of restarts your metabolism. Can you talk about that with juice fasting?
How to break the fast?
Well, I guess so when I've heard like people like, oh, I'm going to go on a fast, but if I eat like a piece of sugar or drink like juice, then it like breaks it and like stops the
It stops
ketogenic
because
effect or whatever.
it spikes insulin. Yes, correct. It spikes insulin. So but I'm doing, can call it juice fast, juice feast, solid food vacation. I'm still getting calories, but yes, when
Yeah.
someone breaks a fast of any variety, whether it be 18 hours of intermittent fasting or a prolonged, water or dry fast, as soon as you put something in your mouth, anything, even including protein or fat, it's going to spike your insulin. Even a piece of
Mm,
chewing gum has enough sugar inside of it that's going to spike your insulin. So if your body was, burning, metabolizing fat for energy, as you said, ketosis, it could potentially knock it out of that state. And as far as breaking
okay.
a juice fast, the way that I've been taught it by John Rose is to do it with prunes. Um, when you think you're clean on the inside, to soak prunes in water and then have it in the morning the next day. And then if it's not all out of you within an hour, you're not clean. And
Oh,
I,
interesting.
yeah, but I'm still
Okay.
not, I'm still not clean. I have weeks more of this.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have a set date of numbers of days in your mind you want to reach, or you just kind of go on based on the experience?
I want to go at least 100. I've done multiple 60 days now. I've done 60 days now 4 times. So
Oh, wow.
through the Christian, 3 times. I've done 3 60-day juice fasts. And so I want to really push myself to a further limit. And also while I'm home, I have the ability to do this. I don't always, when I'm traveling, have the opportunity to juice. So
Right. Dang, well, we'll keep on checking in. I guess the one thing that was in my mind this week is like, I missed a meal or like a dinner or breakfast or whatever it was, and then I went to the gym and I was feeling like kind of lightheaded, feeling like I didn't eat enough or whatever. I was like, how's Noble feeling when he's going to the gym if he's like only had juice? Could you talk about that? Did you ever have like a one of those moments where you like kind of feel weaker or feel more lightheaded out of this?
There's days where you're feeling like you're on cloud nine and you're skyrocketing, and there's other days where you're like this morning. I woke up and I wanted to juice right away, but I couldn't because just the kitchen constraints. Um, this is why again it's critical during a juice feast to have as much juice available as possible, so that way, because whenever
Mm,
you reach a phase of going into that fatigue, it's usually because your body's burdened with toxicity of some kind, right? And that's probably the reason why we get alleviated from detox symptoms or herc symptoms when we eat, is because we're now just putting more stuff in, so our body's no longer actually doing the detoxing, right?
mm,
Well, again, like caffeine is a classic example. Caffeine is just binding to your fatigue receptors, with via adenosine. So it's the illusion of more energy per se, but when people are truly energetic, they can do so in an empty state, which I'm not there yet either. I still have a ways to go.
dang. Yeah, intense. All right, cool. Well, thank you for the update, Nova. Anything else you want to update us on?
Yes, sir.
All good. All right. Well, we'll check back in probably at the end of the next recording next week. And good luck in the meantime. All right. Thanks everyone for listening.